Hi, I'm Ryo Zakic, and this is Watch This Instead. Last night, in a theater in the suburbs filled with teens in hoodies, including some poor guy who had to save 9 seats for his friends who were all getting high outside, I saw Jackass 3D, which is a spectacular film. If somehow you're not familiar with the Jackass franchise, it was originally a show on MTV that featured a posse of daredevil idiots who routinely performed dangerous and often disgusting lowbrow performance art pranks that could easily result in dismemberment or death, but usually only ended up with somebody puking on screen. Jackass 3D is the third and probably final theatrical film of this franchise, and it definitely lives up to the lunacy and recklessness of the Jackass tradition, even though all these guys seem a lot older and a lot more frail and maybe unable to sustain the kinds of injuries that they've shrugged off in the past. Still, the lengths they go to are inventive and extreme enough to provide a solid hour-and-a-half of gut-busting entertainment. And it's nice to see that they can still come up with new and interesting ways for a dude to get hit in the balls. The film was shot in 3D, which is overall pretty good, if not unnoticeable in some scenes, but what makes the inflated ticket price totally worth it is director Jeff Tremaine's use of the Phantom digital camera, which can shoot 1,000 frames per second and resulted in super ultra slow motion shots of dudes unexpectedly getting punched in the face or shot with paintball guns. All of that stuff was absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous to watch on the big screen in 3D. It's rare to see such incredible footage in a theatrical film, which makes Jackass 3D all the more special. But as this film features gross out humor that definitely pushes the boundaries of what the viewer might be able to stomach, it's not for everyone, obviously. While you've got to admit that what these guys do requires a certain curiosity and fearlessness that's pretty unique, it's hard to ignore the juvenile idiocy that fuels their exploits, which isn't everyone's cup of tea, understandably. If this describes you, then I really do feel like you are missing out on something special. In all seriousness, Jackass 3D demonstrates a very special brand of reality filmmaking that is born out of a spirit of adventure that's very hard to duplicate. Instead, perhaps you should, if you haven't already, check out Mythbusters, which I see as Jackass's sort of nerdier, older brother franchise. It's a Discovery Channel show that's also available on DVD, and it features former Hollywood special effects experts as they test modern science myths through a series of highly entertaining experiments. There's usually an explosion or two, and instead of torturing each other with their highly dangerous stunts, they've done the sensible thing, and they've got a crash test dummy mascot that sits in for them. Unlike Jackass 3D, you won't see shots of male genitalia being crushed or destroyed in any way, but you will find that same spirit of curiosity and access to resources that are needed in order to satiate that curiosity. And the results are some of the most unforgettable and viscerally satisfying sequences ever put to film. So check out Mythbusters on DVD, or if you're brave enough, make it out to see Jackass 3D in theaters. You won't be sorry.